Shape up, man. You're a slacker. Do you want to be a slacker for the rest of your life?
So, who's the most famous living astronomer?
Famous living astronomer.
Yeah, who's the most
if we call him astronomer, I would certainly say Stephen Hawking. But he's really, I take him as an astrophysicist. Although the physicists would probably claim him as a physicist. But why don't we all just claim him and say he's certainly the most famous.
Do you think the general public would answer it that way, or is that?
Oh yeah, he's a household word. And when he visits countries, like heads of state come down and meet him. So I think there's no question about that.
Cool. Who's the most famous astronomer, period, living or dead?
By name or by character? I'd say by name, Hubble, because he got a good telescope named after him. It helps if you sort of luck out with what people name other things after your name with. You know, Nobel is famous because famous people got his prize. So I'd say Hubble, but I would claim Isaac Newton as an astro person, although technically he was a physicist. I think fewer people know of Newton than of Hubble. Now you say Hubble, they think of beautiful pictures, not remembering that it was an actual person.
Yeah.
I would say others, you just go down the list. Feynman's pretty well known in death. That guy published more things after he died than when he was alive. How did that happen? Like, what's going on?
I asked because a lot of people have mentioned you when I've asked this question. Do you think you're...
I don't know. I'm flattered by that comparison. However, if people come up to me in the street, they don't ask for my autograph. Because they recognize me, they don't ask for my autograph. I'm not the object of their interest. They come up to me and say, "Oh, are you Dr. Tyson?" I say, "Yeah." "Oh, tell me more about the black hole or about the Big Bang." So I'm just feeding them. I'm just their dinner. Preparing their dinner for them. And so I don't take any of that personally. I mean, I'm flattered that they think of me as their conduit to the cosmos, but I am not the object of their interest, as measured by the fact that they're not asking me my favorite color, they're not asking me where I live, they're not asking me all the questions you might ask a real celebrity who becomes the destination of your interest. So, and the day it does happen that way, I think that would be a sign to me that I'm not really doing my job as an educator. As real educators are putting the inspiration and the content and the drive to learn. That's really what you're after.
So who's our present day living Carl Sagan?
I may come closest to that in that role, but he cut a wide swath. Like everything I do, and I write a book or an essay or a thing, and then you look at his profile, he already did it. He been there, done that, did it 3 times over, and so I think the real lesson there is, there's blood on the tracks from what he had to do. He did it at a time when it was not fashionable. I'm happy that I can claim, at least I think I can claim, that I still get tremendous respect from my colleagues for doing what I do. In Carl's day, there were some enemies there, mostly jealousy, I think. But so there's blood on the tracks, but he carved this wide swath, and a whole lot of us are in that field that he carved open for us, and we all owe him a debt. And we are now the model for other scientific disciplines to conduct the same kind of public outreach. We, the astrophysics, the astronomy community. And because we know that in the end, people who pay taxes are paying for what it is that we do. So at some point, they ought to know what we do. And if they don't, what kind of priesthood are we creating for ourselves? So that's how I look at it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sure.
Shape up, man. You're a slacker. Do you want to be a slacker for the rest of your life?